Welcome to my show. I'm level-headed. Today we're going to be covering the missing 5-year-old out of Yakima, Washington. His name is LUCIAN Munguia. I have a playlist that's down below out of it that definitely go take a look at. There is Mothers did a thing in there, which we'll show a little bit of that tonight, an interview. We're also going to go over some of the other stuff in LUCIAN's case. And I just want to bring it back to light for people. Definitely check out some of my stuff in my playlist. There's a lot of information there. Hello, Karen. All right, we're going to get right into it. Let me just start this here. I'm going to mute out. We'll play this. This is the mother's plea. And then I'm going to go over some other things that's going on in the case. And hi, Amanda. And then we'll go from there.
Now at 6, a search for a missing 4-year-old last seen in Yakima Park. The question remains, where is LUCIAN Munguia? The community expressing concern for the missing child. Good evening, I'm Jason Valentine.
And I'm Alyssa Warner in for Madeline Hagan tonight. Now, nearly 72 hours since that 4-year-old went missing out of Yakima, there is still no sign of him.
And in a story you'll only see here on Cap KVU, Emily Goodell spoke to the parents about their little boy and how you can help bring him home.
His name is LUCIAN Munguia, a 4-year-old boy who plays and laughs and loves fish. Now he's gone.
We're LUCIAN's parents. I'm his mom and this is his dad. We're just wanting LUCIAN to come home.
Sandra Munguia says it started with a trip Saturday evening to Sarge Hubbard Park. LUCIAN and his 6-year-old brother wanted to play.
They run down the hill a lot. That's their favorite thing to do, is run up and roll down.
And their 2-year-old daughter needed a diaper change, but Dad didn't go far.
He was in the car that was parked right in front of the toys where they were. And it was like, he's the fastest diaper changer in the world, and that's all it takes is a blink of an eye.
Investigators say they believe LUCIAN left the playground alone, headed south and east. They don't suspect foul play, but the family says they don't think he's hiding.
He doesn't even get the concept of hide and seek.
He comes out before you find him.
He won't even go hide. He'll follow my son to go play hide and seek, and then he gives away my son.
LUCIAN has autism, but he isn't nonverbal.
His English is broken up. It's not full sentences, but he still talks. His name's LUCIAN. We call him Shushi. We call him Shushinato. Little.
Right now, family members need volunteers to help search for LUCIAN.
You guys are welcome to come and meet with us. Someone in our family will meet with you by the picnic tables.
Up by the toys.
Up by the toy area.
Park in the gravel down there by the sheriffs, or up here by the toys.
You can also pick up flyers to put up around town.
Print Guys is actually helping us a lot on this. They're donating a lot of flyers every day.
And if you see something, say something immediately.
Not 2 hours later, just take the second to drop what you're doing and call 911. If you have him, just drop him off where he's going to be found and just let him go. He wants to come home. My 2-year-old daughter misses him. My 6-year-old misses him. We miss him.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVU, local news.
Now, if you want to help in other ways, family members say you could just come talk to them at the playground. At least one of them will be staying there around the clock until LUCIAN is found.
And we've got an update from Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray, who says the search is far from over, but they do have to scale back. Some resources are no longer in use, like the helicopter and underwater drone. Murray says search teams equipped with GPS have gone over the area more than once, from Sarge Hubbard Park to Union Gap and Sela, with no luck. That's why they're inviting the community in to see if they spot something the professional search teams did not.
We have to scale back at some point. We can't just keep resources that are no longer usable. We will keep looking, but at some point that will also end. And so if the public wants to take that on, that would be fantastic.
Murray says they were able to get video that reportedly shows LUCIAN leaving the park in a southeast direction by himself. but nothing showing what may have happened after that. If you have any videos of the park from Saturday night or video from the surrounding area, you can contact police. And if you have a tip, you can call 911 immediately.
Okay, I'm going to stop that right there because so the police did not see him on video. I have a video in my playlist for Lucian, which is on my channel, that the police chief came out and corrected himself. I just wanted to play that little clip. I don't understand why more creators haven't picked this up. There's so much information out there. I mean, I see Sleuth Mom did a live on it. I know Dutchies did a live on it. I don't know this channel, but there is some channels that Lighting the Way did a live on him 3 months ago, 2 months ago. This was a really good live here. This one was too. So there is some videos out there. Here's another. Itamel did a little thing on him back 3 months ago. This one right here is Juan. No, that one is Sandra speaking in that one, which we will play. Here's another one that the police chief was doing. There's several different videos. So when you get a chance, it's nice to go over there. This is updated from a couple days ago. True Crime with Shannon, I did something, but I need to do another video. Yeah. This is another one. There's no movement in it right now. So here's another one. The Lucian's still missing, people. Just because there's no drama, there's no drama in it. There's been two statements, two credible information by the parents that are on my channel. If there's no drama, it doesn't sell. So I just choose where you go. I understand the Idaho 4 murders and some of the other up and coming cases that are just as important. At the same time, though, as you're doing your live feeds on other cases, there is so much information here on Lucian that, you can do a live really, really easy on it. I actually had to scale myself back a little bit. We're going to get into some other things here that are important. We're going to play this one because this was just from a couple, I don't know when this one was. Hold on here. This is from December 5th. So 2 weeks ago. So it's been 3 months. So Sandra did, and Sandra and Juan's still out there searching. You'll hear it in this video here when I play it. I did watch some of it already, but we're going to watch it. And then I'm going to get into, for some of the people that are here that don't know much about the case, we'll get into some more stuff on it. I have another little clip here that I'm going to play. And then we're going to play some of Sandra's video. And then we're going to go back to this park. I do have some people that are researching, and it makes it hard when there's not a lot of people. Nobody really wants to speak. And that's why it's important. If you guys were there that day out in the park, definitely, if you have video, turn it into the family. Give it to the family. Let them see if they can find their son. There was a spotting early on at a McDonald's that wasn't turned in time to the police, and that was like turned in way after, like a month later or whatever, or 2 months later, and there's no more video footage. And those are the things that really disappoint parents when they're trying to find their loved one. So we're going to get into this. I'm going to pause. I'm going to take this all the way back to here. I'm going to pause out.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm going to pause out now. You guys couldn't hear me. This is, and I credit KAPPK View. You know, they've been doing a heck of a job on this case. Emily Goodell, thank you very, very much for always covering it and going around and filming everything that was happening. You know, and it's snowing in the so ground, and it's just the holidays are coming again. This will be another holiday where Lucian's not there yet. We'll get into some of the pictures too from the Facebook page. So let me play this, and then definitely go over and like these videos too.
It's been nearly 3 months now since then 4-year-old Lucian Munguia disappeared without a trace from a Yakima. Since then, 4-year-old Lucian Munguia disappeared without a trace from a Yakima park. Since then, his family has tried everything they can think of to find him. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell tells us that now includes a new picture released by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Lucian is a big fan of snow. He loves it.
Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to reload it.
Children.
He loves it.
Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to reload the page, and then it should play right through. So just give me 1 second here. Hold on here. It always does it on this page.
Thanks, Jason. It's been nearly 3 months now since then 4-year-old Lucian Munguia disappeared. Find him. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell tells us that now includes a new picture released by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Lucian is a big fan of snow. He loves it. Every time it snows or if there's snow on the ground, he grabs his snow pants and he says, "Put your snow pants on."
But this year, there's none of that. Just an empty place in
It's been nearly 3 months now since then 4-year-old Lucian Munguia disappeared without a trace from a Yakima park. Since Since then, his family has tried everything they can think of to find him. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell tells us that now includes a new picture released by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Okay, we'll try that again here in 1 second. It's really freezing up, so bear with me for 1 second here. See if I open back up the site here, if it will go ahead and play it. So try it from the beginning here. Just bear with me here 1 second. It should play from the beginning here. We'll see if we can get it to play.
Jason, it's been nearly 3 months now since then 4-year-old Lucian Munguia disappeared without a trace from a Yakima park. Since then, his family has tried everything they can think of to find him. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell tells us now includes a new picture released by the
is a big fan of snow. He loves it. Every time it snows or if there's snow on the ground, he grabs his snow pants and he says, "Put your snow pants on, put your snow pants on."
But this year, there's none of that.
Jason.
Wow, it's just over and over and over again. I don't know what it's doing or why it's doing.
It's been nearly 3 months now since then 4-year-old Lucian Munguia disappeared without a trace from a Yakima park. Since then, his family has tried everything they can think of to find him. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell tells us that now includes a new picture released by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Lucian is a big fan of snow. He loves it. Every time it snows or if there's snow on the ground, he grabs his snow pants and he says, "Put your snow pants on, put your snow pants."
But this year, that just an empty place in their house and in their hearts.
Like, I want to not decorate for Christmas. I don't want to the tree.
All right. I guess we won't be playing that. My audio is good now, right? I'm not cutting in and out. But you know how best with a child's psyche when they are yanked out of their parents' care as some strangers are attempting to take care for them. Yeah. You can hear me fine now, right? Can you put a 1 in chat if you can hear me? I guess not. This is annoying. Okay, so now it sounds better. Yeah, I just can't play that article. So I guess we just won't be playing that one. And we will move on to other stuff that I was going to show here. We'll move on to this Facebook page, and then we'll get into some of the mother's stuff. So, yeah, I know sound is better now. I don't know why it won't play that. For some reason, the embedding in there is so great. So this was put out on October 24th. The family had a meeting with the law enforcement involved in Lucian's case. In that meeting, the family had goals set in place and questions they wanted answered. Here are some of the things that were just initiating. The investigation is on. I will read this as we are over top of Sarge Hubbard Park. This is Sarge Hubbard Park here. I can zoom out. So there's Yakima and Washington real quick. And then I'll zoom in and then I'll read the rest of this. So there's Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima. I'll zoom in. This water right here was searched. This is the playground here, just to give you an idea. That's the playground there. This water was searched. This river was searched with underwater drones. And then this park was searched. So I'm going to read the rest of this here. Here are some of the things that were discussed with law enforcement on October, I think it was the 24th. The investigation is ongoing, so not all things will be shared. There is no video footage that shows Lucian is going a certain direction. They determined the direction he was going because there is a camera angled in a certain way. If Lucian was to walk that direction, he would have been caught on camera. He would have been caught on camera, that surveillance footage. There is proof that Lucian was at the park that day with his family. There has been a large list of surveillance footage reviewed since the time of the disappearance. There is no evidence of foul play. The investigation so far has not given them evidence that has led to the person of interest. The family has been investigated and spoken with numerous times by YPD, Yakima Sheriff's Office, and FBI, and each department has cleared them of any wrongdoing. The YPD still does not have any information that has pointed them in a direction closer to finding Lucian. The only options of where Lucian could be, sadly, the pond at Sarge Hubbard Park, which is this pond in this picture right here. the river, which is this picture right here, or abducted. Several of the dive teams have said with 90 to 95% certainty that Lucian is not in the pond, as Sarge Hubbard. However, with 5 to 10% chance and the difficulty in visibility, the law enforcement has said they are looking into draining the pond to completely rule it out. The river does not have the highest probability for Lucian to have gotten to. Autistic kids tend to go where they're familiar with, and he has never been next to the river in that area. It would have also been verified for hold on, maybe this is why. It has also been verified, been very difficult for him to have been able to get to the access to the river. There have also not been any sightings at any of the dams. However, we are still sending kayaking teams down. That was before. It's gotten quite cold since then. And I do have local footage to allow the park. As well. Still sending boats out. There was a drone team over at the river at the dam. There's a dam further down from here. And there was drones being flown over. Boatwright on YouTube actually has a video over top of the dam. Abduction has not been ruled out. There's no evidence that he was abducted, but there's no evidence that he was not. With there being no trace of Lucian to the family, that seems to us he was abducted. However, since YPD haven't been able to prove that he was taken, they will not rule his case as an abduction. The YPD has assured us that they are looking into every tip and lead they receive, and they do so in priority basis manner. Until YPD can prove otherwise, the family will still consider Lucian's case as a case of abduction. We will continuously hand out flyers, contact news networks, and keep the search going until Lucian is brought home. Thank you for all the support and that you have shown for Lucian. I'm going to get into that. So let's talk about Lucian's support here a little bit. So there's a lot of locals, and I like to call some of them, not all of them, some of them the Yakima Trolls. The reason why I call them the Yakima Trolls, there's a certain group of them that were out there searching. And they have constantly been inserting themselves right into this case. They've made it their mission to insert themselves into my life and reach out to some other creators about me and about what I'm doing. But here's the truth of the matter of the fact. So because they can't prove any of their theories or anything, they want to attack me, which is fine. Go right ahead. But the thing that they don't understand is they say that they're doing everything for Lucian, right? So they say this isn't about the parents. This isn't about anybody else out there but Lucian. But all they've done is taken away everybody's interest into the case and done nothing for Lucian. And I hope you guys see this, because that is the God's honest truth right here. That is exactly what happened, and is exactly what's going to continue to happen, because you're running around creating this whole chaos because drama sells, right? A lot of people lost interest in it. There's so much good information. There's so much good stuff out there. There's the parents still search every day. The parents are begging for people to help them. They had a bunch of stuff going on. They had a bake sale. I'm actually going to read one of the posters here in Spanish here in a little bit, but they had a bake sale. I mean, they have a community here. on Facebook that has 11,000 people in it, which we need to make another big push. So, you know, people want to go real life and think that it's cool to threaten me online and go real life and want to make up and expose certain things about me from my past that if you go and you dig, you know, I believe until innocent until proven guilty. And if you go dig, you'll see what the truth is. But I don't mind any of those people anymore. Problematics of my time. I just wanted to put out the fact of the matter in this case is why no attraction's getting to it is because certain people in the community that said that they want to find Lucian, they want to know what happened to Lucian, and hindsight is a bitch. Pardon my language, but it's a bitch. So the hindsight here is everything that they were doing drew everybody away from not wanting to cover the case, drew anybody away from wanting to support the family and him. And here we are. We're sitting at, he went missing on September 10th, 2022. We are now at December 19th, 2022. And, you know, who's covering this case? Lorden did just recently. But, I mean, there's so much information out there a long time ago. You know, who wants to walk into a mess when people are doxing your information all over Facebook? What other creator wants to do that? Who wants to get close to it? Nobody. You know, and so be it. I took one for the team. I tell parents straight up about anything and everything. I'm an open book. Anybody that's in my chat can always ask. I'm an open book. Here's a lot of good pictures of Lucian. What they were showing in that one little clip was this. What Lucian may look like with short hair. This was important to them. They wanted to show if somebody cut Lucian's hair, that's what he'd look like. And so I want to show that picture. If I start cutting in and out, please tell me because something's going on over here with the internet. I want to go back here. All right, so that's still good to show. So a whole bunch of pictures. Lucian loved Halloween. Here's the flyer that they were showing in that new article update. Well, let me zoom out just a little bit. These are all on the findinglucian.com page. I'm in and out in chat working. No problem, Duchess. You know, this is a really good poster and a really good flyer there. Let's see what else I got. I just don't want to show anything that I don't want to here. So it's probably freezing on me for a minute. All right, let's go down here. They had a bake sale to try to raise funds to keep going. They're on patrol, live on patrol. Here's some more information, I believe. Ways to help, contacting different places. They did a trunk or treat to try to raise funds to continue searching. They had some people make little wallet size pictures of Lucian to spread awareness out there. The family would go out and light candles every night at the park. That's where you see some of my pictures that I have up there. Here's his missing posters. Just a bunch of different pictures of him. Here's his birthday that he celebrated. You know, let me see if there's a Spanish one here and I can read it for you guys. And then we'll play a little thing here. Lucian. Let me take this down. I'm going to get a Spanish flyer and then I'm going to read it. What is up? Choppy. Let me do this. I'm going to get rid of mods. Don't put up with any crap in chat. I'm going to get rid of this and see if that works. So let's try that. Does it there? That's better. Maybe that will work way better. There. I think I fixed it. All right. Let's get back to let me find a poster here in Spanish. I saw one here. I am really choppy. I don't know why. Bear with me 1 second here. I'm going to get a poster in Spanish. The mother, there's pleading for people to cover the case. You know, as little as just putting up a flyer or a poster is good enough. Where was this one shared? Hold on here 1 second. I want to see. I'm going to find a Spanish one. All right, here we go. This doesn't say much on it, but Niño Desperacito, Lucian, 4 años. Well, he's 5 años ahorita. Información, ropa, camisa azul con tiburón, pantalones corto azul. Visito por última vez en Sarge Hubbard Park, 9-10 2022. And then, por favor, contacte Yakima Sheriff's Department con cualquier información. 509-574 2500. So, por favor. So please, if you have information, contact the Yakima Sheriff's Department. That was my Spanish version. And now I will get into this here real quick. I don't know, it's still choppy here. I'm going to try one thing. Just sit tight for 1 second, okay? There. Hopefully that's better. Try to reshare my screen here. There we go. That's pretty good. That's better. Here's Sarge Hubbard Park. This is Walmart here. There is cameras on the side of the building, cameras here. This is where they went, and in the interviews, going to the park 4 or 5 times, or 3 or 4 times a week was not very much, according to them, according to the parents. So I have 2 interviews. I'm going to play some of the one from the mother, and then there's also the father one. There is pavilion here. There was camera again. On the corner of this building here, there was some cameras. I honestly don't know much about this case, but heard bits and pieces. Yeah. You know, you have water down here that was 95% searched. And then you have a junkyard over here. There's also a big, huge lake back here. But this greenway runs a long ways back here. There's an arboretum here that was having an event going on. There's the Humane Society over here. There's a bunch of cars parked here. This is a deep and fast-moving river, which could still be a possibility. McDonald's wasn't turned in as a tip quick enough. So that kind of was upsetting because they could have led to him being found right away. Whether it was him or not, I don't know, because they couldn't get the video surveillance. And if you have video surveillance from September 10th, 2022, please get that over to law enforcement. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get out of there. Maybe it was this that was messing everything up. I'm going to go right into playing this. We're going to go full screen here. This is in the Lucian playlist. The other one says that I spoke with his father. So we're going to play some of this. Questions or take some questions from people in chat as necessary, but the integrity of the case, some questions will not be able to be answered.
I don't know. So do you want to start?
Probably from the beginning, if Sandra wants to tell her story.
Or the
chain of events.
Well,
For
the beginning, I wasn't even there. I was at work. And then my husband was, after he got off work, we got the kids McDonald's, and then I headed off to work, and he stayed back. He stayed at the house for a while because, one, he just got off work, wanted to relax for a bit, let the kids eat, and then plus it was way too hot to take them out to any park. And then he went and got milk, and then went back home, dropped off the milk, and took them to Sarge Hubbard. He was there for not even 5 minutes before he ended up changing my daughter's butt because we think her milk must have leaked on her pants, but either way, he wasn't going to let her sit there in a wet diaper. And he told Lucian to stay at the toys and then Adonis, my oldest son, he's 6, to watch Lucian and play with him while he went and changed her diaper at the car. He did a quick diaper change and came around the corner. Here comes Adonis running up the hill it's right behind the toys if you're parked in the parking lot right there. And he says, "Where's Lucian?" And Adonis says, "I don't know." Well, the police and I have asked Adonis, which way did Lucian go? And Adonis said Lucian had run towards the pond. He later on said that he ran towards the pond, but up towards the gazebo because there were balloons and there was a party going on at the gazebo. After that, my husband, Juan, he already had the kids, but they went around the park to look to see if Lucian was down by the pond. He didn't see anything. He said that he walked around the park not walked, but as fast as he could with 2 other little kids with him. And he called the police and said that he could not find him. After he got off the phone with police, he called family to have them come also help and look. I was at work. He did text me, but I don't look at my phone while I'm working. So he ended up calling my job. And when I got the call, I dropped everything, grabbed my purse, and ran out the door, made it to the park, and I started running and looking, calling for his name. That night, there were just police officers at the park searching. The next day, the sheriff, the command center showed up at the bottom of the park. They searched for 3 days. They ended up using all the resources that they could and pretty much did everything that they could on their end and then handed it back to YPD. I have detectives on it. They are checking into leads. The leads, like if it's not like an outrageous story, they do check that into it. There is no video of my son leaving the park in any which way or form. The only video that they do have is of my husband with my 2 other kids searching down on the bottom of the hill, so not by the toys, but at the bottom of the hill closer to the Walmart side. That's the only camera that could get anything at the park, and they can only see him like pretty much in a fast-paced walk because he had the 2 other ones. I know the chief of police did say that there was, in fact, a video of Lucian leaving the park southeast. When I heard that he made that statement, I came to my detectives and I said, why is it being said that there is a video? I want to see this video. How come you haven't showed me? And the detectives are like, what are you talking about? I showed them the statement that the chief of police had made, and they said there is no video. I don't know why he said that. He was supposed to contact us and apologize for saying that but the detectives, how they worded it is the chief of police is not on this case. And so he's only heard bits and pieces. So he doesn't fully know what's going on, but he commented on it, which doesn't make sense to me. If you don't fully know what's going on, don't say things that you aren't 100% sure of, even though he said that there was 100% sure. He was 100% sure that there was a video when in fact there is not. What else? We are actively searching still to this day. My husband wakes up in the morning, eats something, and then goes and gets about 4 to 5, depending on who can come out, 4 to 5 family members that go out and search actively every single day. The homeless back there have been a really, really big help because just because, like, say you go fishing out there and you've been fishing out there your whole life, you don't know about the bunkers that are out there. Like, we found plenty of underground bunkers. There's even a camper trailer dug into a hole in the ground. And you wouldn't know it was there unless someone showed you. And it's covered by sticks and dirt and rocks, and the entrance is covered by plywood? Yeah. And then put sticks and dirt over top of it, so you can't just stumble across it. You have to know it's there. Well, they've been in how many bunkers have you say they found?
I don't know.
I know my husband knows about of 7 of them, and he's still being shown a new one almost every day, if not at least a couple times a week. But the homeless have been a really big help. My husband made a good point this morning. He says, why wouldn't he want to take the homeless's help? Because they know that place like the back of their hand. Like they've taken us searching in pitch dark. Like they can find everything in pitch dark. They know where everything's at. So we take all the help that we can get. Yeah.
Yeah, so we are going to stop that one right there. Let me just bring back up my camera here. So that gives you the gist of the case. The rest of the interview, there's certain questions that I asked there, certain things. Definitely is one to go check out. Let me just pull up a little bit of the father's interview here that I did. Hold on here 1 second while it loads. We're going to play a little bit of this one here as well. And then we'll start the search back up for Lucian here. So, like the underground tunnels around both Dylan Rounds and Aiden Clune's cases and others. Yes, correct. That is correct. All right, we're going to play this here.
Good morning.
All right, everybody, this is Juan. This is Lucian's father. He was at the park playing with Lucian when Lucian disappeared. Let's get into, you were working that day, got home, and then we're taking the kids to go get rid of some energy that they probably had. A routine thing. Do you go to the parks a lot?
Not a lot. So maybe about 2 times a week, maybe 3. We'll go to different parks. We had been at Randall Park the day before. Just me, Lucian, and Casima while Adonis was at school. And we just go to different parks. We go to Kiwanis Park. We go to Randall Park. We go to the Sela Volunteer Park. And then if we're not at a park, we're either at McDonald's or Burger King playing on those playgrounds.
Yeah.
They don't like to go to the same park or the same place in a week. So it all depends on the day. But that day I worked from 8 o'clock until like 2:20, something like that. And then I stopped and got Happy Meals on the way home from work. And then my wife went to work at 4. And then we stayed home for a couple hours because it was really hot. We stayed home until it started to cool down. And then we decided to leave. I had to go get milk. I bought a pack of cigarettes. I spoke with my wife on the phone on my way to the park.
You got milk. You got milk and cigarettes at the same place, or you went to 2 different places?
So I went to 2 different places. I went to the grocery store and then I stopped at a mini mart by my mom's house.
Do you know if they have camera footage there, as far as so we can see who was around you while you were there?
No.
Okay. I just asked that question because if somebody was watching you, that's where they would have been watching at, is before you would have gotten.
They did catch me on a traffic cam leaving the mini mart.
Okay.
As far as I know, I have not been allowed to view any of the videos that they do have, and I did ask if I could. I specifically asked, can I watch any of the videos that you guys do have? Because the only video that they have with me and my son and my daughter on the pathway while we were looking for Lucian. But other than that, there is no video. And if there is a video, they never showed it to me. But they have never showed me any video.
Okay, let's go back to you got milk and cigarettes.
Yeah.
But continue on. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. And then we got to the park like about 7:05, I think it was. I let my two boys out of the car. I let my daughter out. And then both of my boys ran to the playground structure. Adonis had already gone down the slide once. Lucian was up there. And I grabbed my daughter to put her on the slide. That's when I noticed that her butt was wet in between her legs. Now, I wasn't sure if her diaper had leaked through or if she had spilt her milk on herself. But I was going to change her either way. My daughter gets rashes very easily, and I didn't want to leave her in a wet diaper while we continued to play. So I asked Adonis, hey, watch your brother, make sure he doesn't run off. This isn't the first time that I've changed my daughter or my son's diaper while being at the park. I went to the back of the Traverse. I changed her butt. It only took about 1 minute. During that 1 minute, he was gone. When I came back off the side of the car, Adonis was running up the hill, and I said, where's your brother? And he shrugged his shoulders and said he didn't know. And at that point, we went running towards the pond because it's quite a stretch, that way. So I ran towards the pond. I stood at the top of the hill. I didn't run down to the pond because from the top of the hill, you can have a good vantage point and you can see the pond. So he wasn't there. So I took off running towards like that train. There's like a train there, boxcar. So I ran towards that way. He wasn't there. I was like, well, maybe he ran back to the toys. So I went back to the playground. He wasn't there. So I ran back towards the river because the greenway goes left and right. I ran back that way. My daughter was in my arms. She was fussing. I'm like, man. So I ran back to my car, got the stroller out, put her in the stroller, and then we took off back down the pathway, back up towards the pond. And that's when the camera caught us going up the pathway. And then I did the same loop. I ran back up towards that way to look back and forth by the boxcar. And then I ran back down towards the playground. At that point, I didn't see him. So then I called the police. And then within 5 minutes, there was 3 patrol cars there. Within 5 or 10 more minutes, there was like 10 more. There was a very heavy police presence within that time. I had called my wife after the first police cars.
All right, we're going to stop that one there. The link to the rest of that interview is in my playlist. I also dropped it in chat here as well. There is more information in there, and then you can see what some of the searchers around the case were doing to the family. They're out there while they were still searching as well, and then they continued online to go after people that were like me, that were showing Lucian's case and speaking with the family. And Sandra and Juan, if you're listening, keep searching. Somebody out there knows something, and just keep going. Hopefully we can get some more people to cover these. As long as you're a respectful creator, go ahead and play these. Pick them apart. Do what you got to do to get his name out there. It's important to the family. They're still searching for their son. We need to do another big push to get Lucian's picture out there everywhere. And, it's cold outside right now. Somebody someplace knows something. There was a party at that gazebo with almost zero footage. There was a sighting that was at a McDonald's or a Burger King or something, but was turned into the police way too late, and they went to go get video footage, and there was none. So it is important that we share these lives, share this one, continue to cover Lucian. He's missing. He's out there someplace. The pond was searched. 95% was searched. 95% cleared. The river, I just don't think in the amount of time, but I don't live there, so I don't know if it's easy to get to that river or not. So the biggest thing there is it a possibility? Yes, it is. Unfortunately. But I'm going to go the other route, as they did take a cadaver dog across the pond later on in a boat, in a raft. I had somebody that was at the park that was watching them do it. And I didn't see any hits or anything, because I'm pretty sure if they would have hit on something in that water, that they would have brought out the dive team out there into the water again, or they would have did some more diving there. But there was a dog that did hit down towards, I don't know if Lucian walked on his tiptoes. I don't know. It's a good question. So just continue to share the videos, share his posters, share his flyers out there, and continue to put the information out there. And it's all we can do from where I am sitting. If you're there local, if there's posters that because of the weather and stuff, maybe put up new posters, maybe help them out a little bit. It's important. Lucian's still missing. And, somebody there knows something. So we definitely need to figure it out. Whether you think the family had something to do with it, if you don't, I always suggest for you to follow the what law enforcement says, and according to them and according to the parents, no signs of foul play. According to where the dogs hit, I would be in the presumption of an abduction myself. That's where I stand on this one, that somebody took him, because that went down towards the water and towards that maintenance shed. So it was in the opposite direction of where the river is. So that's why I kind of rule out the river, is because I know where the dog hit at, and it was not towards the river. Yes, I know that, to where the wind blows. So on that note, everybody, thanks for coming in. Make sure that if you didn't hit the thumbs up, make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And then I'll be live around the same time again tomorrow night. I'll probably be covering another case that is that's out there. And I covered one yesterday too. If you haven't watched that one, that's a little girl out of North Carolina, Madalena Kojokari. And that's a very interesting case. So until next time, everybody, if you see something, say something. See, my mods are on it over here. If you see something, say something. This is a great case for that. All right, until the next one, everybody.